It is Sunday, May the 19th. I'm in Oakwood Annex Cemetery, which is a city of Austin property. This is the grave of Alberto Fuster, who was a celebrated Mexican painter and diplomat who died while coming through Austin in 1922. Save Austin Cemeteries raised the money and purchased a headstone through an independent dealer. That independent dealer worked with the city on getting this thing marked and set. The city has a policy on how to set a monument, the foundation that's required to keep it from moving. That would have been the job of the contractor that we hired to produce and set this thing. However, the city signed off on the job. We paid a $75 fee and the city said that yes, everything was fine, and it's not. You can see the foundation is not as it's supposed to be in these documents. Let's take a look at those. Okay, this is the City of Austin Cemeteries Operation Manual, Monument Installation Process. Here on page 14, we find what should have happened. Prior to concrete being poured for the foundation, maintenance staff will verify the excavated site with a tape measure to ensure compliance to existing monument rules and regulations. Upon approval by the maintenance staff, the contractor shall pour the concrete. After the foundation is cured and the monument set, maintenance staff shall photograph and complete monument installation or reset. The ground supervisor will identify and document any deficiencies on the work order. Upon correction, if any identified issues by the contractor, then the ground supervisor shall approve the work order for closeout. This is what it should have looked like. This one right here. This concrete foundation should have been 8 inches thick. It should have been 1 inch bigger on all the sides than the existing monument, which is represented in this dotted line. There should have been 2 inches of subbase underneath here, and it should have had an 18-inch pier, 6 inches in diameter. This is per the city's policy. That didn't happen. Here's a copy of the work order to set this new monument. It's a monument new setting in Section D, Lot 42, Space 8, Fuster of the Oakwood Annex. Here is it. Here's the piece right here, the site markings, the date, who marked it, who verified it, who took photos. More importantly, the foundation was inspected by Eric. Okay, this is a work order that was requested on 5/13 of 19. Basically, the description of the work was, please inspect foundation of monument to ensure rules compliant. The result was foundation is 2.5 to 3 inches thick and will need to be reset by the contractor. Existing foundation photo attached. Unfortunately, I didn't get any photos with my open records request. Now you can see what happened was they dug a hole. They put in some concrete, be it wet or dry. The hole isn't deep. I used a hammer and dug around the edges. It's not a squared, formed in hole. I doubt there's a pier inside. This is a 12 by 24. So I didn't get what I paid for through the contractor or through the city. The city signed off on this job where it said this was inspected and everything was fine. This is fraud. When you pay for a service and the city has the oversight on it and the service isn't provided correctly and the city signs off on it, one has to wonder how many other hundreds or thousands of headstones that have been set by city crews or by contractors in the past lack the proper foundation. And this is why a lot of our monuments throughout our cemeteries are shifting and moving around. The city's had this in place since 1978. They have a good drawing and a policy, but yet we're not following the policy. We're taking money from the citizens and we're looking the other way. This has to stop.